I'm Alex Dragicevich. I'm a comedian in New York. Do I say that?
You can.
In my Immigrant Jam, I would put grapes because from when I grew up eating palachinka, a Serbian dish. It was a grape flavor. I don't know what was in it though, and that's me. This is me doing my best.
Welcome back to another beautiful episode of Immigrant Jam, the podcast. What are you doing right now? What are you doing? What are you doing? We don't know. We don't know what you're doing, and we hope whatever you're doing, it's great, but not as great as what's about to happen here, because today, my guest, oh my goodness, he is a comedian. He is a man of the world. He's extremely tall. He loves grapes. Yes, yes, it's the one, the only Mr. Alex Dagicevich. He's here today.
Boom.
He has a podcast. Wait, shut the fuck up. He has a podcast, and it's called You're an Idiot. Okay?
Boom.
Because you are. Alex,
Yes.
Welcome to Immigrant Jam.
Thank you for having me, Lucie. This is really nice. I wish I wore a different sweatshirt matching the couch right now.
No, I think it's perfect.
Thank
I think
you.
it's perfect. It's
Hey, you're kind of.
Exactly.
Did you plan your nails too around the
I plan my nails around the
couch,
chairs.
the
Yeah.
podcast couch?
Yeah. That's my nail inspo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
We're kind of matching. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alex, how are you?
I'm well. I'm good. Sorry, I came a few minutes late, but I'm
No, that
glad
was
to,
perfect.
I'm glad to be here. This is a really nice studio. Is there any anything with the David Hasselhoff posters at yours?
What David Hasselhoff?
Right behind you? Is that
There's a David Hasselhoff here?
not him?
Oh my God.
Who-
That's so weird.
Did you buy that? Who bought that?
I've never noticed that, to be honest.
God, has it been here the whole time?
I think so.
I can't be the first. I can't. There's
Wow.
who
Super awkward. Is it for Hispanic Heritage Month? He's not
Can't
Hispanic,
be.
Mike.
Well, if you look at that necklace.
Oh my God.
did you guys buy
Might
that?
be.
No, this is embarrassing. We were supposed to have Julio Iglesias
Oh.
for Hispanic
I thought
Heritage
that's who
Month.
that was.
What are you? I don't even ask. I don't even know what you are.
What am I?
What makes you you?
Oh, immigrant wise?
Yeah.
Oh, I was born in Germany.
Sweet.
And my dad is German, my mom's Romanian.
So Hasselhoff, this is yours.
It is mine.
God,
Sorry.
I'm so
obsessed with David
stupid. I'm so dumb.
Well, to be fair, we're very good at improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be 101 through 10401.
I should have taken it. German.
German. My mom's Romanian.
Mm-hmm. Romanian.
And I was 8 when we moved here. Were you born in Serbia?
Chicago, Illinois. Greatest city on planet Earth, folks.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why aren't you there right now then?
Because got a little dream here, folks. Got a dream. Coming to New York, Chicago. You reach a point like most of the people that moved here. You reach a point where you're like, okay, I need to get up and get out.
Did you know that Chicago has more rats than New York?
Yes.
You knew this?
Yes.
I felt I grew up in New York.
And I'm proud of it.
Exactly. And I was like offended that we don't have the most rats. I was like, what the fuck is this? How do we not have the most? We got to have the most rats.
You guys there's some things, you guys dominate most things, culturally, everything business-wise on the planet. You guys have bad Mexican food in New York.
True.
You guys have the second most rats, which is, we're going to have to dock you for
Shameful.
that. And those are my two big gripes.
Okay.
Actually, the first one is my biggest gripe. I don't know, where do you get a fucking burrito in this city? 10 million people?
Maybe you
12
need
million
more
people?
Hispanic friends. Maybe if you didn't only hang out with white people.
That is a fact, and I need to meet more of them. If you're Hispanic and you listen to this, slide in my DMs. Let's go get a burrito.
That'd be nice. Or have a homemade burrito.
And not to harp
Yeah.
on the rat thing, but New York is now number 3.
Who's number
Chicago, LA now.
LA?
According
Get
to
the
USA
fuck
Today.
out of here. Where are they even in LA?
two? And that's a good burrito over there, too.
No, they're confusing the people with rats.
They are.
With rat tails. That's what they're really not.
The rat tails. They're just counting the tails,
Yeah,
of course.
all
Of
the
course.
mullets.
Alex, your
How can I
parents are
help you?
Serbian?
Both are Serbian. My mom was born there. My dad was born here in Cincinnati in America. But they both speak Serbian. Grew up with my grandma in the house. She spoke Serbian. Everyone spoke Serbian. Then my brother went to kindergarten or preschool only speaking Serbian.
Wow.
And then my my brother's teacher called my mom and was like, "He's the weird kid in class. He doesn't speak English.
Shit.
You should teach your kids English, like mostly English." So they only started speaking English to my sister and I. Never learned Serbian because my mom was like, "I couldn't."
Wait, you never learned Serbian?
Never learned it.
Nothing?
Once my brother kind of got criticized like that, he was kind of ostracized in his class a little bit. My mom was like, we got to make some American kids here.
I know some Serbian.
You know some Serbians?
I know mali kurac.
Oh, Serbian.
Lazy kurac.
Yeah.
That means small dick and lazy dick.
Yeah.
And then
I'm both.
nice. And
I'm trying to have fun here, folks.
and then
And I have a tight pussy.
well, you can only have fun with a tight pussy.
It's true. The Kudats thing, Pichka, that's pussy, actually.
Peach guy. Yeah.
So yeah, I forgot some of the swears, but I know some of like the house. I knew the household because my mom told her to speak English to me, but like most of like the household stuff, my grandma still spoke it because my grandma didn't really. Her English was terrible. So
Do you feel sad about not knowing Serbian?
not at all, not really. I think Serbians. I grew up doing the thing. Like my grandpa was a priest on the south side of Chicago. He was a Serbian Orthodox priest, and so we went to church every Sunday. All of the people that I mostly surrounded myself with were Serbians until like essentially middle school or whatever. And I think that's enough. I think it's enough.
And they're intense people.
It's an intense group of people.
Yes, they're intense. My Serbian friend greets me like this. Maybe this is how your mother greets you too. When she sees me, she goes, "Hey, bitch, how are you, asshole? You look great."
Oh my God. That brought back memories. It's true. It's very, very true. The Serbians they're intense and they're also vain and quite racist. So
Yes.
it's something that you have to learn growing up where you're like, okay, these are my people. This is my family. But it's also something where you have to be like, yeah, it may not be the best. I think people like there's some kind of, I have some reverence for like nationalism to a certain degree, but you have to acknowledge some of the flaws in your culture as well. I think blindly just being like, well, we're the bet is so lame. And I imagine, I don't know, you may not have a lot of guests who fully shit on their country, but yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I made a TikTok recently about how I've never been to Belgrade, I've never been to Serbia, and I talk at length about how it's like I've never been because like, neither of you no one goes, and so it's just like no one
wanted to go though. To be
I mean,
fair.
but
I
it's
have wanted to go.
but it's 30th on the list. You know what I'm saying? It's like 35th on the list,
Right.
and that's fine. People are like, why would you go? The same reason you haven't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so it's like, I don't know. And then I got a bunch of hate from Serbians, and it's like, of course, a bunch of like thick-headed blockhead Serbians can't take a fucking joke. Serbians are dumb, fat hill people. And I'm not afraid to say I'm proud to be I like being Serbian. I'm very proud when I see guys like Nikola Jokic like being a great basketball player. I like Djokovic. I root for them.
Djokovic, great name.
Amazing name.
Yeah.
Novak's a cool name too, but it's like I'm just like you have to be. You also have to be like, if you can't make fun of yourself, which
Yes.
Serbians can't. Miss me with that. How about that? That's all I'm saying. People probably never come on. They're like, yeah, my country's like not that great.
I shit on my country.
You should.
Yes.
Because that's where humor comes from. That's what's fun. That's what makes things funny is being like, but that's that is the problem with the Eastern Bloc. They're very tight and they're intense and they have drinking problems and they don't like black people.
Yes,
so that's something that needs to be fixed. And I'm here to call attention to that because that's something that I've separated myself from. So yeah, that's how I feel about Serbians.
And your parents, how do they feel?
They disagree with me.
Do they love Serbia?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But they're still here.
Yeah, they live in the States though. Yeah,
I feel like though a lot of immigrants come here and then they have this illusion about America and then they see what it is and then they're like, fuck.
Fuck as in like
Fuck, it was actually maybe like a little better over there.
Oh.
Not maybe economically, but
But I mean,
so then they double down.
But again, you compare, comparatively like Serbia again, like, America, I mean, Cleveland's better than Belgrade. It's just
No,
like
there's no way.
I mean,
Cleveland?
I'm just saying these are
Wait, is Cleveland the one with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I'm not sure.
That's
not sure.
Cleveland, isn't it?
I know
That is Cleveland,
I've been there.
Yeah.
Worst place I've ever been.
I mean, I know
Belgrade's got to be better than Cleveland.
I know Cleveland doesn't have landmines all over it, so there's something that
At
needs to be
least that
addressed.
makes it a little exciing.
Yes, I guess so. You have to dodge them, but like, yeah, I just like both my parents are. They are like if they walked in here and you talked to them, they're both like properly Americanized. Like my mom came here when she was like 3.
Oh, okay.
And my dad obviously was born, so they both can play both sides. Like they speak both. They're both culturally, but my brother, my older brother, is like very like a proud Serbian guy.
But then you just did the thing where you went, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, best city in the fucking world.
It is.
Isn't that your version of Serbianism?
I think that's actually a good way of. That's probably I'm probably a little blindly. I am probably a little blindly biased to Chicago, but Chicago doesn't have like there was no like mass genocide in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that
in
thing.
1994.
So you have never felt like, oh, I want to know about my roots. I want to go and see how I feel when I'm in that country. No.
I think that's fair. I think if it was offered up to me, like, hey, you want to go to Serbia, free trip, I think it would be cool. I've met Serbian people in other walks of life, and you do feel a slight kinship to them. Again, because of like my upbringing was pretty intensely Serbian. It was markedly Serbian. It was
What does that
noticeably
mean, intensely Serbian? Church?
noticeably Serbian. Yeah, like my uncles and my family members, my close family, were always coming over. Church people. My mom was always having like kind of like parties at the house. People were coming over. We were very close. We're very close. And we're always doing stuff with the church. I was like playing on like the church basketball team, and we're doing, again, because my grandpa was a priest, in the Orthodox Church, like, you do like Easter is like a 7-day thing.
Right.
Christmas is like I'm at church.
And January 6th.
Yes, it's the week later. So like
Kings or whatever. Yeah.
Right, we're doing church like my whole winter break. I'm 9 years old. I'm at church every night. You know what I'm saying? And it's
That's why you hate
that's
Serbia.
a good way to be like, I fucking hate this shit. Yeah. But yeah. So it was like noticeably, it was a clear like centerpiece of my upbringing, and so I think I do think I have the I think I'm allowed to have this kind of harsh opinion on it, so but when I do there are some Serbian people that I meet that I feel cool with. One guy saw that joke, I think, on TikTok. He was definitely a Serbian dude. He had insanely bulking. And I was getting off the train, or I was getting on the train. He was getting off, and he was like, "Hey, bro," and I was like, "What?" And he's walking away. He's like, "Work on your bits, bro." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Work on your fucking bits, bro." And I was like, the door closes. I was like, "Oh, he probably hated my joke."
Wow, but that was like kind of threatening.
Of course.
If he was going in the same direction as you, he might have.
Yeah, I've gotten DMs like, "I wish I could kill you," from
my
like
God.
Serbian people. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Because they feel like they're such a small country and they need representation.
Yeah, they're like, "Don't ever come here. We don't need you." And I'm like, okay.
It'd be great if you got banned.
From Serbia?
Yeah.
Fine. Do it. I got asked to play on the Serbian national team when I was 20 years old to play basketball for them.
You got asked to play on the Serbian national team?
Yeah, it was essentially a tryout, but it was like,
And you were like, fuck this stupid fucking country.
yeah, I was playing basketball. I was in college, and I got there was people over there that wanted me to come over there for a few weeks and be part of their under 20 team. But I was a basketball player in college, and I really enjoyed. I'm already doing this kind of. I would, representing Serbia would have been very cool, but being a college basketball player was like more of like my dream, and like spending the summer with like my teammates was like something I would have rather done. So I betrayed my country, once again there, and. Yeah, I do. In hindsight, I probably could have spent a couple weeks over there. Maybe that would have changed things.
So your plan was to become a professional basketball player?
I had thought about playing in Europe for a while, but after I spent 5 years playing because I had to redshirt a year in college. I was pretty much done. I was like, I hurt my shoulder my senior year, and I was just like, I need to do something else.
And then you were like, I need to do comedy.
I was like, this stage needs me. The stage needs to know what I have to say.
Really? Is that what you did right away?
Immediately, yeah, pretty close. Yeah,
Really?
pretty quickly, yeah.
But so you must have been wanting to do that
Yes.
for a while before.
Yes, I was interested in it. There was a sketch group on my college campus that like put on shows. I was a part of it, and we did shows like a couple times a semester, and it was really, really fun. And got me. And there was people that were on that sketch group, part of the alumni, had like gone on to do stuff in television and comedy, and they would come back, and alumni would come back and watch the shows and be like, yeah, you can do comedy after college if you want. So I was interested in that, certainly.
Do you think that like the immigrant upbringing, I feel like so many comics have this background, and growing up between cultures and languages and stuff kind of is prepares you for a comedy brain, because you have to think on like two different, you're like constantly navigating different perspectives. I
think that's interesting. And I also think that potentially like having like, when you have like an immigrant-esque upbringing, things are pretty rigid in the house. So there is this kind of like lack of expression is always,
So you think that's good for comedy?
I think it is.
To be oppressed?
I think a little bit when you're like, when your parents are always like, and when your life's pretty controlled or whatever, and you're in a pretty tough house, I think you get funny. I think you do get funny. I think it's interesting. Yeah, like there's I saw this like a documentary on Serbians a few years ago, and they were playing like.
So you do care.
I'm a little bit,
secretly?
Yeah, no, for sure, no, for sure. I like there's like Serbian music being played throughout it, and there's like and it's like, and they show some of the lyrics of some of the Serbian kind of like folk music, and it's like really beautiful. Really beautiful like music, and there's great Serbian art always being made, but like, and it's really interesting. There's great Serbian art being made, but it's a culture where it's like kind of anti-creativity. It's one of those like you see some comics go on stage and they're like, well, I'm this and this, so my parents are pissed I'm not a doctor or whatever. That's equally a Serbian,
of course,
thing.
Yeah,
and it's interesting that there's like all this that there's great art that comes out of kind of being being told not to do that, I
Right.
suppose.
And it's also the Soviet thing
Sure.
where everything was the same.
Yeah.
And, right? And like people weren't encouraged to be expressive.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah.
I think.
Did you? Where did you come over here from, or where did you come here to America from again?
From Germany.
From Germany.
Yeah.
You were how old?
8.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a shock? Were you just like, what the hell is going on here? Were you
I
the German kid that couldn't speak English?
Yes, I was the German kid who couldn't speak English.
How
totally.
Brutal, how brutal was that?
It was brutal, although I learned English in like a few months. But I remember when you were talking earlier and saying that your brother's school called your parents and was like, he needs to learn English. I remembered that my teacher, when we first got here, called my mom in. And he was like, we have to have a serious conversation because your daughter uses a lot of bad words. Like I was just like swearing all the time because I didn't know any other fucking words. So I was like, shit, fuck, and you know.
Yeah.
And my mom is so funny. And so apparently my mom just looked at me and said, well, we don't speak English at home. So where do you think she's learning these words?
You're learning the fun words on at school.
But yeah, no, I grew up. Also, my parents didn't speak English. My dad still doesn't speak English. And yeah, I was the weird German girl who
Neither
loved
of your
David
parents
Hasselhoff.
ever even thought to give it a whirl.
No, my mom speaks English now.
Ah.
Yeah, but my dad doesn't speak English. Which the other day, somebody, for the first time ever, was like, "You realize that's a choice, right?" At this point.
Certainly, yeah. You grew
I
up.
guess.
You grew up here, then in New York.
Yeah, in New York. Yeah,
And your dad was like, I don't really need the.
he doesn't. He's a writer in German.
When he goes out, but like in terms of, I'm sure he has the like if he wants to order a sandwich or something
Right,
like
he
that.
can
He's
do
fine.
that.
He's fine.
Yeah, fine-ish. I
But
mean,
if someone wants to conversate with him at the park, he can just. That's kind of an amazing life. You're just like, I can't even. I'm sorry.
yeah.
If you really, that's a life that I kind of would love to live in a way. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go to
In
Germany.
Serbia.
I heard, yeah. What city that is Berlin where it's really fun?
Yeah, Berlin is the fun city.
But they speak
the city
they speak English there though, right?
Everybody speaks English. Everybody speaks English in Europe, though, in most places.
Okay.
I feel like that's like
Yeah.
only in America do people only speak one language. Almost everywhere in the world, people speak more than one language, especially English. They have to.
Right. I remember I don't know if you remember this, Mike. I want to know from both. Is it like? Do you guys remember like being like 9 or 10 and when they implemented like teaching Spanish because they were like, you're gonna need to learn Spanish. Do you remember this? Like being like 11 years old and your teachers.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember this?
No.
My
no.
teachers were like, it's coming.
But I remember
It's
everybody
like-
saying we should learn Chinese.
Really?
Yes.
I never heard any of that.
No, dude, my teachers
Mike
were
from
like,
the South. He's like, I
Oh,
didn't
you're
know
from the-
any
you're
of
from the
that.
South?
They were
Yeah, I
like,
grew up
you
in the
better
South.
not speak anything but English.
Shit. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we
barely
had to take
learned English.
language, but it was like 2 years of language, but it was
Yeah.
just get out.
I was in the
I took 2 years of German, and
Oh, wow.
I can understand it a little bit, but
Sure.
I couldn't speak it to save my life.
Yeah, dude, I was in the Chicago suburbs, and they were like, "Dude, it's happening."
Really?
Yeah, they're like, "It's gonna be a big wave coming in." It was a very
You're 25 years late, but yeah, now it is.
yeah. But this was probably 2000
Yeah.
ish 2002.
I remember everybody being like, you have to learn Chinese. China's going to take over everything. If you speak Chinese, you're going to be able to do whatever you want.
Those people didn't know that Chinese wasn't a language.
Yes, exactly. That too.
I'm trying to think. I guess if I could speak a language, I think Spanish would probably be the most useful.
I
even
think,
to now.
why can't they come up with the fucking chip where you can speak all languages?
They have that.
Ooh.
They have earbuds that are active
It comes
listening
with the
earbuds.
blow me thing that you showed me earlier.
Now you can hear it real time translated to your language, so it's as
No.
close as you can get to it.
But there's still a delay. I mean, an actual thing or a pill. I would take a pill.
To learn a language?
Not learn. You don't have to learn it. You speak it immediately.
Really?
Yeah. Have you heard of those people that have strokes and then wake up with fucked up accents?
Huh.
I love that.
Have you
the
heard of
white
that?
lady that has a
Jamaican
Mandarin accent.
or Mandarin accent? You've
She
never
had
heard
a
of that?
stroke, now she speaks Mandarin.
Yes.
No. She speaks with an accent.
She speaks with a Chinese Mandarin, whatever. We don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese.
You can do the impression. He and I can't. So if you want to do,
I can't do an impression.
you can do more than us.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Why? That's how you hit the
Yeah,
big
you get
time.
in
Look at Shane
trouble.
Gillis.
Yeah, that's a tough way to alter
And
your life.
There was one that had a Jamaican accent.
Everyone thinks you're just being an asshole the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Everywhere you are, people are like, dude, can you fucking stop doing that, please?
There's
What
a
do you
huge
think-
white population in Jamaica though that born and raised and they speak.
Patois.
Yeah, and they just look insane. They look
Right.
like a crazy person.
Wait, what?
Chet Hanks,
What do you
as an
think is the
example.
best accent?
Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I think the best accent. I'll say this before I go into foreign. I dated a girl from South Carolina. I think the Southern accent on a lady is like really great.
Really?
Is really sweet.
Why?
I think it's just very cute.
That's
You know what I'm
so
saying,
funny.
Mike?
100%.
It's so hot, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is.
That's so funny.
you
Because on
also-
men, it's not hot.
But you also understand with a woman with a Southern accent, you pretty much understand who she is immediately.
Yeah,
there's no
fair.
questioning.
Meaning, who is she immediately?
She's probably a Republican. She probably shoots
And that's hot?
guns. No. I'm just saying, it's a hot
Or at
accent,
least
and you know who she is.
Or at
immediately.
least you know who her parents are.
Exactly. yeah,
When
yeah.
when it's that Southern, it's
So
like you
bad.
kind of know where she's.
You
where
never
she
hear a
comes
woman
from.
be like, you know, it's crazy how much I love
Kamala.
Tim Waltz. You never hear that accent.
Wow, because on men, it's not hot.
Yeah.
The Southern accent.
They need to stop bombing
except
Gaza.
you, Mike, obviously.
Wow, that's so wild, dude. That's so true. Yeah. But it's really that's a great accent. I used to I don't know. I've been kind of on and off with an Australian out here. Not the best accent, but she's really cool personally. Her friends, some of them annoy the shit out of me, and their
Does she
accents.
say "ner"?
Oh yeah. Yes. She had a critique that I thought was I thought in the moment I thought it was very funny because I've never heard someone say it before. I was like, what kind of like American sayings annoy you? You know? And she was like, I hate when you guys say it's so nice out. Have you heard that? Have you ever? Because people say that all the time. Where they're
But
like,
that's not a saying.
you never heard that? Like Americans be like, it's like because it's cold in New York.
She hates joyful people,
I know.
Essentially, but I think
or the phrase "it's so nice
the
out."
phrase "it's so nice out" because I think in New York, wherever it's like northern cities like Chicago, it's like it's cold and wet 9 months a year. When it is 75 and sunny, a lot of people are like, "Isn't it so nice out?" But she's from Australia. Every day is nice. They never say that. They never say it's so nice out. There's no like, and where she's from,
They have no context.
That's so funny, but that's not a saying. That's like a statement describing what's going on. You know what I mean? It's not like it doesn't have a double meaning.
No, what I'm saying, I think to her, the weather's so great in Australia, they never even acknowledged.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it was.
That's funny.
She's like, you guys are acknowledging that it's nice, and it's like, yeah, because it's not always nice out.
Exactly.
But the way she says it is the most annoying to us. It's so nice out.
It's so nice.
Yeah. The way, dude, some of her friends and Australians too, they can drink in a way. First off, it's kind of interesting. Like the cultures, like when a culture is like they can drink or they can drink, it's like they're just drinking a lot, and they're just like. So they're just alcoholics,
Yeah,
It's
because they're also British, all of them.
right. No culture that like quote unquote drinks a lot, and is like totally composed. You know,
Yes.
like
Yes.
it's like the Irish drink a lot, and what happens?
Yeah,
they like
right.
fight the whole time and like beat each
Blow
other,
each other up. Yeah, for sure.
It's like no culture that like drinks a lot is like kind of a
Wholesome.
Wholesome.
Yes.
They don't do. They drink all day, and they're just like the best time.
But also,
You know?
at the end of the day, everybody drinks a lot everywhere. You can say that the Germans drink a lot, the
Certainly.
fucking French drink a lot, the Serbians drink a lot, Japanese people drink a lot.
Yeah, I've had
Everybody drinks a lot.
some Serbian like hard liquors that are just like Wow, that's
The raki or
rakia.
rakia.
Yes.
It's like 100% proof. What is that even?
It's
That's fucking like
yeah. My brother's wedding, I
gasoline.
drink rakia from like 10 in the morning until 10 at night. At the end of the night, I told my uncle, or not my uncle, my like uncle, like my family friend type uncle. I told him his wife was too hot for him.
oh shit.
And that really took the attention off my brother for a
Which
little
is
bit.
actually a compliment.
He should have. This is the thing.
That's a compliment.
He should have taken it well, and he did not.
What happened? Did he punch you?
Oh, he was.
What happens when a Serbian doesn't take something well?
He was so mad. Oh, I've seen my brother. Like I've seen my brother straight up like just beat the shit out of guys at bars. Like my brother's a fucking demon, dude. He can really go. Serbians are hot. They're hot-headed people.
Yes.
You know, they can get hot quick. So when I told my quote unquote, I mean, it's like it's just like a person that my mom grew up with. This guy, but growing up, he's my quote unquote uncle. We always called him uncle.
Yeah. I have a few of those.
You know what I'm saying? But like, and I was just like, we were just fucking around. We were fucking with each other, and I was just like, oh, your wife's too hot for you, whatever, dude. And he left.
He left?
He left the wedding.
He left the wedding and left his wife there?
Him and his hot ass wife. People, it was a huge deal. It was all people could talk about for like an hour. And that was the Rakia's fault.
Wow.
I blame the Rakia. People need to take a fucking joke, dude.
Yes, take a joke.
Serbs cannot take a joke.
It's funny that rakia is made from fruit, yet it turns you into an absolute maniac.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so
I wish
funny.
it turned you into it. I wish it made me gay. That'd be awesome.
It could. Let
wish
it happen.
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
nice.
you're blocking it. Let it
Maybe
happen.
that's what it is.
Yes.
That's also it. That is something that I was like, am I not, I was like, sometimes a guy puts his hand on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, don't, and he's
Yeah.
like, what? I'm like, I'm Serbian, dude. Like, we don't do that shit.
See?
I'm that.
Social constructs.
I need to
You're
be
confined.
I need to be more bi.
Yeah.
I need to be a little more bi. I think.
Yeah.
I would
at
like
least
to
try
be.
it.
I would like to be, but my brother was calling me gay, obviously, as like 90s kids did. My brother was calling me gay a bunch in the house, and I got really upset. And my dad was walking away, said, Alex, don't worry, you're not gay. It's not in our blood. That's what he said. So, and
one day you too will have a wife that's too hot for you.
yes. So that was but that's, that's a Serbian thing.
Is that sad? That's kind of sad. This like machismo that men are raised with. No, we just talked about that on the previous episode.
No, of course. It's very, especially like, I think a lot of people were raised like that from probably our generation. But yeah, particularly like the Serbian kind of, the ethos is pretty, it's a pretty
homophobic.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah, it's
homophobic.
yeah, no gays
Sorry.
allowed, I've been trying to write bits about it. They're not going well. So,
Hey, you guys know about the no gays allowed families?
yeah. Isn't that relatable? Weren't your dads homophobic? But yeah,
I think it is relatable though. But what would happen if you said to your family that you're dating an Australian man?
An Australian man.
And you bring him home and he goes, how's it going?
Yeah, I think they would be. My cousin was dating a black woman, and it was like a big deal.
Wow.
Like it was like we gotta change for this guy. We gotta like figure out how we're gonna deal with it. She's amazing. She's so cool.
Did they change for him?
They came around. They came around.
Crazy.
It's like old fashioned stuff. Like I have a cousin, she cheated on her husband, and her husband divorced her. And my aunt, her mom, her mom didn't talk to her for like 3 years or some shit. Like it was a real, like, it's old fashioned stuff, man. They're like, you can't just fucking blow up your family like that.
Did you hear of the Serbian woman in Germany that was just chopped up and put into a grinder by her husband?
Serbian guy?
No, German guy.
I would have believed either way. But
Did you hear about this? She
I did
was
not
like,
hear about it, no.
Swiss guy. He was Swiss. And she was born in Serbia, but she competed to be like Miss Switzerland or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And they had
It's
two
like
kids.
Sorry, keep going.
No, go ahead.
It's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a Serbian dude, I believe, or maybe
Yeah,
Bosnian.
he's
And
a soccer.
But he was born in Sweden. He's clearly not a Swede.
Wait, Switzerland, not Sweden.
I know. Oh, sorry. Keep going. I mess things up sometimes. Keep going. But yeah,
No, that was your
someone chopped up
certified American.
and grinded a Serbian woman.
Yes.
Not surprised. I've met a lot of Serbian women. Some that deserve that treatment, folks. There's a couple Serbian women I wouldn't mind chopping up myself.
He put her into a blender.
He fucking gave her the Fargo treatment.
He fucking
He put her through a wood chipper. That's crazy, dude.
and her father came over and they had dinner, and then the father went into the basement to like get something and saw a garbage bag with blonde hair sticking out of it and opened it.
And it was his daughter?
And it was his fucking daughter.
Holy shit.
Did you read about this, Mike?
No, but I have dreamt about it.
Yeah. Wait, how'd this guy get... So he's just letting his father-in-law walk downstairs where the dead body is?
I mean, this guy's obviously so insane, but apparently he chopped her up and he pulled all the joints out of her body and chopped those up, and then he tried to put half of her in a blender, this like industrial sized blender that he had.
They're using the term pureed.
Pureed, exactly. He fucking pureed a Serbian woman.
Smoothie.
You don't
Brutal.
You don't feel anything
I don't feel
when
anything.
you hear that?
No,
No?
I get it. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't know. People are crazy. Like, and this shit happens, but I know there's no part of me that's like I can't believe. Obviously, it's really it's sad happen to anybody, but I don't feel any type of like I can't believe that happened to a Serb. My mom would be like, I can't believe that happened to a Serbian person.
This guy claimed that she came at him with a knife, killed her in self-defense, then panicked and chopped her up
And pureed her. No, the article is so crazy.
Yeah,
wild.
the puree is like that doesn't feel self-defensey, right?
No, it
well, that
doesn't feel
feels
self-defensive.
definitely
It feels
whoopsie
hungry.
daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any opinion on Serbian men, or do you just know one Serbian guy and me?
No, I have a lot of Serbian friends because I used to work, not because that sounds so bad. I used to work in restaurants, and there was a lot of Serbians working in restaurants here in New York. So I made a lot
people.
of very loyal, super loyal. And I did hook up with a Serbian guy
Nice.
briefly. Wasn't the best.
Okay. We can be selfish lovers.
It was just like kind of like a cold trout.
Huh.
I think you just found a title for this episode.
Oh, wow.
Great guy though, really
Cold
nice guy.
trout?
It felt like just the whole thing, the whole experience was just like
Like eating trout?
like a cold, fishy, slippery.
So he wasn't necessarily the best lay.
No, it was all right.
He might have been
He was nice. He was very nice.
nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
That's good.
For
The
sure.
bar is low when you said he slept like a cold fish. He was all right.
Yeah. Cold
and I have a
fish.
lot of other Serbian friends. I love my Serbian friends. And
Is there anything that sticks out to them
they're
about them to you?
insane people. I always feel like they're insane people. I told you, my friend always is like, "Hey, beach asshole, I love you." I remember once when we were working together, she was like, "You want chocolate? I have chocolate in my bag." And I was like, "Oh yeah, great." And then I went into her bag, and then she came and screamed at me and was like, "Get your shit fingers out of my bag, asshole."
Oh, yeah.
And then she's like, "Here, I give it to you." But she doesn't mean it. It's like her love language, basically, is yelling. I feel like she's going to listen to this episode.
Oh,
Maria,
no.
you know I love you, but it's the truth. You talk like
Sure,
that.
you're great, Maria. Yeah, I had to learn in college that like sometimes that just like yelling or whatever, like getting like getting intense with it's just sometimes that's just kind of like how it's a problem solving. It's just how we're
right.
It's just how
but it's hard for Americans.
It's how we're talking.
Did you know what intense was? Like for me, my mom's Romanian, and Romanians aren't exactly like Serbians, but there are some similarities there in terms of also like the rudeness that's not really perceived as rudeness there.
Yeah.
Just like how direct and kind of like in the beginning when we moved here, I'd be embarrassed of my mom a lot because she'd have this like direct, not very polite tone that's very Eastern European, and I'd always kind of like be like, no, she didn't mean it like it's mom.
Yeah, I mean, my mom is a wrecking ball everywhere she goes. It's embarrassing to go anywhere with her. No one is.
But Serbians are louder than Romanians.
No one
for
is
sure.
safe with my mom.
Yeah.
That was the saving grace. I think my dad would have been a little bit louder, but my dad's dad was a priest. Was this kind of like chill guy, man of God, you know? So a lot of my dad's, and they're from like Minnesota, a lot of my dad's side of the family is like pretty even keeled. My mom, south side of Chicago, Serbian, just like a full blown, just a little pit bull, you know? So it's a very, I do feel that like in my house, how problems got solved was through mostly yelling. And saying exactly how you feel, not mincing words under any circumstances.
Right.
So I think learning later in life with any kind of relationship, it's that like you have to be a little bit more delicate with your friends and with girlfriends, because some people grew up in houses where like, you know, where like nothing was said, you know, or like if there was a problem.
Most people.
Like there's some where there's just like some people grew up in houses with no yelling.
Crazy.
Where like this was just, I dated a girl whose mom and her had like a little tiff or whatever. And instead of like having it out, her mom like wrote her a letter and like put it under her door when she's like 16. I'm like, there's like some like waspy shit that I'd never even.
You're like, my mom would have kicked the door in and thrown something at me.
We would have had a broken door.
Yeah.
And
but that's why you like Southern girls.
Sure.
They're polite and.
I think so. I think I like a calm. There's like, I think because again, but that's the thing too, is like, you know, because I think I realized, I think that the way that I grew up, like the Eastern Bloc kind of attitude was jarring and a little bit much for people. So you have to be like, okay, I yell a lot. I get intense pretty quickly. No one else really does. Maybe I should fix that. But a lot of Serbians are just like, well, everyone else is pussies. Everyone else is soft.
Right.
And it's like, well, no one likes to be yelled at. Maybe we can learn from that. But like, no, but that's again, that's a Serbian thing to be like,
yeah. You
know, if you tell a Serbian person like, why are you yelling at me? They're going to be like, I'm not yelling at you.
Right. Of course.
And it's like, we need to, as Serbians, we need to, that's what, if I was the president of Serbia, prime minister, I would say my first order of business would be like, first off, guys, we were yelling. That's what I would say. I would say we were yelling.
Make Serbia quiet again.
Make Serbia quiet again. Hey, everyone, you were yelling. I want you to know that. And that's what that would be like my big mission statement, to be like, we gotta chill out. And that's I think that was a massive like life lesson. Just to be around other people, see how other people handle. I think when you yell, you kind of lose.
So true. I grew up in a house of intense yelling.
Right.
Multiple times a day.
Right.
All the time. Yelling and then laughing.
Sure.
And happiness and
So
yelling
much.
and laughing and happiness and yelling.
Lots
and
of laughing too.
Totally
I agree.
fucking crazy.
Making fun of each other was a massive love language.
Yeah, right.
Too.
And I had to learn that too. I had to learn that you lose. That's so true. And also, like, it's not healthy.
Right. It's not good.
You know?
The yelling is like, because you also, you know, you can find other ways to, because also you're not, because yelling is implying sometimes that like you're right.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when you yell, it's like, you know, this kind of, you're kind of attacking and you're not seeing the other person's point of view.
I had a big fight with my parents like 2 years ago, and my dad was yelling, and I lost it, and I got in his face, and I yelled in his face, "Stop fucking yelling at me!"
Yeah.
And then he was quiet.
Ooh, nice.
And that was a big shock for them. And then after that, I was like, okay, no more yelling.
Oh.
In the family. Like, I'd already stopped yelling outside of the family, like in my relationships, but like, I was like, I can't, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
No more, stop yelling at me.
I agree.
At each other. Stop yelling.
It's crazy. Yeah. My brother's ruined like 5 Thanksgivings at least.
Yes.
Like he's just fully, I saw it too. One time my brother, like, because my brother's always been a hothead. He gave my cousin at Thanksgiving, him and my cousin were like, my cousin was kind of like shitting on him and everyone was kind of laughing and my brother just couldn't take it. He gave my cousin like a test slap. Like, I've never seen this before. I don't know, Mike, if you've ever seen this or if you've seen this. He just like, fucking like bitch slapped my cousin to be like, just to see if it was going to go down. And everyone was like, oh shit. Then my uncle's like kind of like broke it up, like wrapped it up. But it was just like, it's just a very like, Serbians can get it can get physical, it can get intense, but I think that it's a good, like, being intense and like the kind of like hard work stuff that comes with being a Serbian, I think is a good. I think it's useful in some capacities, though.
We have come to the part in this podcast where we must play the poll questionnaire. Are you ready, Alex Dragicevich?
I think so.
By way of Chicago, Illinois, 3rd best city in the world.
That's fine. That's
Alex Dagicevich, if you were president of the United States of America, what American food would you ban?
If I were president of the United States of America, what American food would I ban? Oh, Long John Silver's probably.
Oh, what is that? A candy? What is that? What's Long John Silver's?
That's a New York answer.
Is it?
That's a New
Why?
York answer.
It really is, yeah.
What is that?
It's like shitty fast food seafood.
Oh, okay.
It's like very like up. Maybe like Midwest. It's very like it is an American.
Isn't it also a porn guy? Long Don?
How much? I don't know how much porn you're.
Long Dong.
Mike, you knew what Long John Silver's was.
I know who Long John Silver's is.
But what's
I
the
think
guy?
there's
the
probably a
porn
guy named Long Dong Silver.
Google Long Dong Silver. I'm sure there's.
I'm on it.
Yeah,
it's just So Long John Silver's is. I would.
Never heard of that.
British retired porn star known for his large penis.
Thank you.
So, because when you say American food, I just think of like I immediately like went to chain restaurants.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, no brainer. I would even take this over Long John Silver's. I think Panera Bread.
Oh, I've never been there. It looks disgusting.
So bad.
Yeah.
I heard someone say it's overpriced hospital food, and that's really true.
They also killed a person with their lemonade.
Yeah, the lemonade was too much.
They killed a person?
It had too much caffeine, right?
Who the fuck did they kill? That was them. I read about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had lemonade that had 3 times the amount of caffeine as coffee, and no warning. And so people just refill it, chug it, and the guy's heart exploded.
Whoa, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, some guy probably had like 2 of them.
You know what his name was? Long Dong Silver.
That's how it goes.
His penis fell off.
But yeah, Panera
and hit somebody in the head, and then they fell and died.
Yep.
That's how it happened.
You?
What would I ban?
Yeah.
I think I would. You know what I think is really gross? Corn dogs.
Ooh, wrong take.
Gross.
Bad take.
What even is that? That's so nasty. What is it? A fucking fried hot dog with corn around it?
Yeah, no, it's
Ugh,
literally nothing wrong
also,
with it. Dude, the corn dogs. I guess I haven't had them in years, but like in high school and college, getting those fried corn dogs from like the frozen food section and having them when you're drunk or high is a full body orgasm.
That's not a thing, though. Everything you eat when you're drunk or high is a full body orgasm. I remember having a full body orgasm to frosted mini wheats.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Super high.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess yeah, but Panera Bread for sure. I'm trying to think of a meal,
A dish
that I really would not want, but until I can think of it. But yeah, Panera Bread for sure.
Okay, I love that. And
Gone.
Long John Silver's.
Oh, split pea soup. No,
Is that American?
stinks. I don't know.
Bad take.
You like split pea soup?
You never had a good one, man.
Yeah.
Go to B&H on 2nd. That'll change your life.
A B&H?
B&H is a B&H Dairy. It's an old school kosher diner. Best split pea soup.
It's Jewish?
Yeah, it's kosher
you don't like
Jewish too.
Jews?
I can take or leave them.
That's a real Serbian answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, but it'd be yeah. Split pea and Panera Bread gone.
Oh, you know what
Long
else
John
I would
Silver's
fucking
gone.
ban? Lobster mac and cheese.
You're crazy.
Disgusting.
Dude.
Disgusting.
Dude,
Ugh.
Lucie, you're 0 for 2.
Fuck, no. So gross. So
Corn dogs
gross.
and lobster mac and cheese?
Disgusting.
You really weren't born here. You really weren't born here.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Like lobster mac and cheese, that's an
You just
American.
said split pea soup. That's not even American.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I guess that is a more American accent.
Is it fully Jewish? How Jewish is it?
I think it's probably probably like Middle Eastern. See?
Greek. Yeah.
The Greeks get a lot right, but they got that one wrong. So I'm sorry.
Ancient Greece.
Ancient
Oh,
Greece.
so it's been around for a
So
minute.
it's so old. That's why you don't like it.
Apologize, guys. Apologize. Split pea soup is fine. Panera Bread can still go. But lobster, have you had? So when do you? I'm trying to think.
That's not. It
Do you
should
like?
not.
Do you like them separate?
I love mac and cheese. Also, every mac and cheese should come with ketchup.
Whoa, that's a bad take.
No, that's a great.
Mike.
What about
take.
chopped up hot dogs in mac and cheese?
I like that.
No,
That's
I don't
fine
eat
with
hot
I'm fine with
dogs.
that.
And then ketchup? Now we're cooking.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, you're in with the ketchup because most Americans freak out when you eat ketchup with mac and cheese.
No, but you throw a hot dog in there, then I'm back in.
Why is it so crazy to?
How much ketchup are you putting in the mac and cheese?
What do you mean? How much? Just a little bit on the plate, and then you dip it every once in a while.
I like that. I'm fine
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking. If you're like,
I think you're swirling
if
it.
you're saucing it with that,
No,
It's
no,
terrible.
no. I'm not an animal.
I'm a no to the don't sauce.
People that put ketchup on their French fries too, they can.
on top.
Yeah, like
They do that in
cover it.
Germany. That's
Ugh.
how they give you the fries with the mayo and ketchup like on top,
no,
and then you
thank
have
you.
to deal with it.
I
That's
need-
very
I
German.
need
You fucking
distribution.
deal with it. You don't get this on the side. I mean, I'm making comfortable for you.
Baked beans, I don't like, but that's Irish, right?
Baked beans,
That's
I agree.
That's like Irish,
Disgusting.
English,
That's
Irish,
English.
British.
Yeah, it's not. What is that even? That's just shitty beans. It's just a name for shitty beans.
breakfast. That's when you know that's a sad culture.
And their English breakfast that they think is so great with the fucking sad tomato and blood sausage and beans.
Brutally
Get the fuck
sad.
out of here.
It's brutally
It's
sad.
so sad.
Yeah.
And also, I think all bad food in this country is the fault of the British Empire.
Whoa.
Yes,
That's
they brought all the bad food here.
They brought all the bad food here. I'm trying to think of like what else I really just cannot stand. Most foods I do like. I hate olives. That's like black.
No, you're one of those people.
Like black olives on a pizza, I think is
Oh my
just
God.
is just a tremendous.
So bad.
It's a sin. You like
I
black?
hate-
You like black olives or
I
no?
love all olives. I don't distinguish.
You don't
I
discriminate?
don't see color when
You
it
don't
comes
see
to
color.
olives. No, I hate raw onions with a passion
Mm.
that burns brightly. And if I was president, I would ban raw onions from everything.
What comes with onions? Sometimes you're like, I gotta take that.
Everything comes
like
with
like a
onions.
burger.
A burger comes with onions. They're constantly in everything. Chopped onions are in everything. Every fucking salad, everything. There's always onions, and they've never put it on the menu. And you get the thing, and it has raw onions on it, and they don't ask.
I have salads 6 days a week, and I put onions in them every time.
You have salad 6 days a week? Is that like a flex?
I mean, look at me.
He even dresses like a salad.
I'm a big I look at the salad.
Look at this big Serbian
Look at this-
salad.
Look, I'm a Serbian. I put. Yeah, what's your salad order? Can we do that?
What's my salad
I
order?
love talking about my salad order.
Really? Okay. Love arugula. Arugula all day.
I'll take it.
I'll put feta in my salad.
Bad
Love a pumpkin seed, sunflower seed. Love that. Tomatoes.
We're getting fun.
Avocado
That's
for
fun.
sure. Egg.
Okay.
Boiled egg. Love it.
And good protein.
Love carrots. I'm a huge fan of raw carrots.
Carrots are great.
Love raw carrots so much. I could eat raw
fantastic.
carrots all day. String beans. Love that. I'll put a boiled potato in my salad.
Okay.
Mustard, olive oil, lemon. Boom.
Wow.
That's
a
salad.
lot. That's the kitchen sink right there. That's coming at
That's
you.
a salad. It's a real salad. What
I
do you put
like
in your
that.
salad? You put chicken.
We're going spinach.
Raw spinach?
Uh-huh.
What, are you putting sauteed spinach in a salad? What are the other choices?
No, but the raw. Well, I was just checking.
Creamed spinach.
Oh, cream spinach. I would ban that. So disgusting. I had it the other day.
Yeah.
Mistakenly because I was nervous when she asked me which of the sides I wanted. And so I just yelled creamed spinach. So disgusting.
I think when you get it at like a nice place, like a steakhouse, they can nail it. But you
so
can't.
gross.
Your cream spinach can't cost less than like $16.
Nah, it was
or
a
you're
nice
fucked.
place and it was disgusting.
Really?
But, okay, so tell us about your salad.
Spinach.
Salad man.
Chicken, broccoli, onion, carrots, cucumber.
Oh, I like cucumber.
Here's my big
Persian?
Huh?
Persian cucumber.
What about them?
Do you like them?
I actually didn't know that
They're smaller.
I didn't know that they were Persian cucumbers. I'll try them.
Okay.
Here's my big, the big thing out of left field:
Yes.
banana peppers.
What?
I know.
Banana peppers?
It's tough.
Oh, and I put cranberries in it.
Cranberries
I can't
are cool.
forget the cranberries.
Fruit and salad I like too. Blueberries, apple pear.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What about fruit in your beer? You like a blueberry
I don't
stout?
drink beer.
Huh? What happened? Who hurt you?
The German people.
Damn.
Yeah. It's my
You
little
drank
rebellion.
too much before you left?
No, I always hated beer.
When you were 6?
She
My
can't find a
mom
bar in New York that'll microwave it before she gets it, so she doesn't drink it.
Wait, the Germans like warm beer?
Yeah.
Yes. They
A
like warm beer.
sin. Treason. That sucks.
Well, room temperature, right? Not warm, but if it's not cold, it's warm.
Yeah.
That everything about Germany makes sense to me now.
Yes. It's true.
That sucks.
I think beer's so disgusting.
Huh.
Ugh, gross. Alex, I have to ask you 2 more questions, and then we must end this salad talk.
I look like a salad. I'll never forget it.
If you could
Pretty hot
deport
burn.
one American person, who would you deport?
You know what, man? I'm hearing that through the grapevine that Bill Gates is not a good guy.
Ooh, yes, true.
Get him out.
Get the fuck out, Bill Gates.
I heard Bill Gates does some wild shit. Honestly, now with the news, it's timely, but I'm thinking Diddy should be shot in the street. I think that feels like
and
that.
Bill Gates next.
Yeah, because Bill seemingly he knows what's really going on, and he seems to be part of what's really going on. But yeah, get Diddy out of here. I know that's like probably an easy choice, but he seems to be a real
Piece of shit.
bad dude.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He-
get him
he
out.
Fucking
Who would you
doesn't
deport?
eat salads.
He doesn't eat enough.
I would deport your uncle.
Yeah,
You know,
bad man.
for not having a sense of humor about his hot wife.
It was so fucking lame.
Yeah.
Uncle Steve,
Fuck you, Steve.
dude, fucking lighten up.
Okay, last question, Alex. This is important. Please be serious.
Okay.
Do you know how I can meet David Hasselhoff?
It's so weird that you like this guy.
Germans
Yeah.
love David Hasselhoff. I'm sure Serbians love David Hasselhoff too.
Who's number 2 to David Hasselhoff, like on your list of people that you just wildly respect? David Hasselhoff can have you every day and
John
twice on
Cleese.
Sunday, right? Then John Cleese,
I think so, maybe.
the Cleester. He's good. That's a great pick.
I love John Cleese.
You're more normal to me now.
Well, Alex, listen, we could talk about salad for hours. Honestly, we really could. And,
did that go
and
for
maybe
too
it should
long?
be a separate podcast.
Did that go for too long?
I mean, normally it's a one answer, one word answer, but 20 minutes
But it
is
was
fine.
great.
It's sincerely, it's like a huge part of my life, and I
love it.
And I love salad.
I'm sorry I didn't know that. I would have made the whole episode about this. But where can people find you online?
At Alex Drags on Instagram, and yeah, that's pretty much where you should go. And I think Alex Drags on TikTok. You're an Idiot Pod.
Listen to the podcast. Find Alex at your nearest fucking salad bar. Slide into his DMs and tell him what you want on your salad, especially if you're a Southern Belle, baby.
Yeah.
Let him know. Let him know. Alex, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I had a lot of
Mike,
fun.
thank you so much. Mike,
Always a
back in the
pleasure.
house. What the fuck? Come on. How's this possible? We're doing a live podcast recording for the 100th episode at the New York Comedy Festival on November 17th, motherfuckers. Come out for that. Check out Alex. Check out Mike. Check out Salads.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, follow, comment. Tell your friends if you love it. Tell your enemies if you hate it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.